Hello everyone, here's Paul from rmpforex.com and it's time for a Wednesday review. This time I decided to look at one very interesting pair that is called gold. I will share with you my personal opinion about gold, and also I will share with you the reference points and strategic direction for this pair based on Masterforex-V technical analysis. So if you're interested in gold trading, you don't really understand what is happening with gold at the moment, or you're just looking for some new ideas, keep watching this video and I will share with you my opinion about gold. Before we proceed, just make sure you read through the risk disclaimer, click the pause button if you need some more time. Also, very quickly, I will explain you what and how I trade. Based on D1 and weekly timeframes, I choose the strategic direction, and then based on that strategic direction, I decide what is my trading plan. I choose a couple of tactical plans with entry zones, and then once I have entry zones, then I start using my trading system, which is usually trend following trading system. So this is the way I work, and with you I will share today my strategic direction based on D1 and weekly time frame, and also I will explain to you how. Right, so let's get straight into the charts. So the strategic direction that I choose for gold is based on this FZR here. Once we broke through this reference point, the FZR of daily time frame happened down, and now this pair is in a trend phase of daily time frame. Here you can see my targets that I'm looking into, and this point here is the reference point that I'm looking at. That's the pivot point based on Masterforex-V technical analysis, and as long as this pivot point is not broken, I will be looking for some new sell positions. I will just go quickly to the H4 time frame. Here you can see here is the XZR of daily time frame down, and here is that pivot point that is protecting the daily and H4 trends down. So once this pivot point will be broken, this pair will come back to H4 flat face, and then I will just stay away from trading it. But as long as this pivot is not broken, I will be looking for some new sell positions. I will try to get in from intraday, maybe hold the position for 1 or 2 or 3 days. We'll see. So that is my idea. That's the reference point and that's the strategic direction. But if you're still interested, how did I get to that point? And if you're interested in more details, how I analyze any new instrument that I want to trade, just keep watching it and I will show you how. So each time when I choose a new instrument to trade, I start from the biggest time frame and I start going time frame by time frame down. So here on each time frame, I aim to decide what is the strategic direction for that time frame. So here on monthly time frame, we have this reference point here based on Masterforex-V technical analysis. This reference point is broken, and I have this reference point here and this reference point. As long as we're between those reference points, the monthly time frame will stay in a flat phase. So I will just quickly mark these two reference points. Now we go to a smaller time frame, and here you can see this is the impulse that is also finished by breaking through this reference point. So now I have two reference points or two flat borders for weekly time frame. As long as we're between those two reference points or between those two borders, between those two lines, we're in a flat phase of weekly time frame. So starting from here, some long-term traders could get some ideas already. So once we will break through this reference point here, an FZR of weekly time frame will happen, and then this pair will move into a trend phase of weekly time frame. And then once we will do it, then we will have to look for some new pivot points and see where that trend will finish. Or on the other side, if we will go like that and break through this reference point, then we will have a monthly FZR down, and then this pair will move into a trend of monthly, so long-term trend down. But as long as we're between those two reference points, we are in a flat phase of weekly time frame, and for me the weekly time frame is a little bit too high, so I need to go a bit deeper into D1 time frame. Here you can see the borders of weekly time frame flat, but as I said, weekly is a bit too high for me. So based on D1 and based on this FZR of daily time frame, I choose my strategic direction. And also you can see based on those two retracements, I choose my target, my potential target where this trend could go. So coming back to it again, as long as this pivot is not broken, I will be looking for some new sell positions from intraday, or positions that I will be holding for 1, 2, or 3 days, or even more. We'll see how lucky my position will be, or how lucky my entry zone will be. Here you can see also from weekly time frame. Here you can see that's the same FZR, and these are the FIBO retracements based on which I choose my target. So here is the whole picture again, and depending on what time frame you choose for your strategic direction, you can choose any of those reference points. Here you have a monthly flat face, or here you have a weekly flat face, or you can do the same as I do, use that D1 FZR down, and here is the pivot point. So that's the whole picture. So that's it, guys. That's the reference point, and that's my strategy for gold. Basically selling as long as the pivot point is not broken. We will see how it goes. I cannot tell you if the trend will proceed. This is not my job. My job is just go with the market, just trade the fact, trade what I see, and I see a strategic direction of daily time frame down, and I can see also this pivot point, and as long as it's not broken, I have to look for some sell positions, and this is what I'm going to do. If something will change, if pivot point will move or the strategic direction will change, I will definitely let you know in the comment section below, or maybe even come back and shoot a follow-up video for gold chart. Let me know what you think about gold. Will it still go down, or is it time for it to go up? I will be very interested in your opinion. Use the comment section below and leave your opinion there. If you have any questions, you also feel free. I will be more than glad to answer them. If you are still not subscribed to this channel, here is the button for you. Click to subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next video review.